This is a short descriptive video about a Copal Caslon digital electric calendar clock model 602. Now this is what Copal Caslon called it themselves. I would call it a flip clock with a day-date function as well. But you can call it whatever you like, of course. It is at the end of the day a flip clock, and it has a day-date function. Now, I've had this model in my shop before. I usually have one or two or three or whatever, these for sale. They're not super uncommon. There were essentially three different color versions of these. One is kind of rare. Well, actually, the one is not really rare. The other two are very rare. Let's put it like that. So this is the normal wood grain version, which is essentially black plastic with a wood grain film on top of it. Looks really good, suits the clock really well. There was a white or ivory version with a white faceplate. If I recall correctly, it's been a while since I've seen one of these or owned one of these. Black flaps, white faceplate, white case, white knobs at the back, of course. Really lovely clock, but for some reason super rare. I think in the past 10 plus years I've only had or owned two of these, and there's one that I've never actually owned before. That is kind of a wood grain version, but then it's not black plastic. It's a lighter color than this, plus the plastic is kind of in the wood color and the grain is in the plastic itself. Do I like it? I'm not 100% sure. I've had one of those in my hands a while ago to do a restoration for someone. They send me their clock to restore, which is what I also do. So I've had one in my hands in my store, or in my not in my store, but in my hands in my shop, in my repair shop. I've never actually owned one. I've never been able to buy one, and I wouldn't spend crazy money on it either, just because I'm not sure whether I really like it. In any case, what makes this clock so special is that it is, as far as I'm concerned, it's new old stock. It was never used, and it is still 100% brand new. Now, it might have been taken out of the box once or twice and plugged in, and it might have read for a bit. I can't say that for certain, but everything about this clock feels brand new. I've had it open to look at the inside. Of course, I had to clean it, lubricate the motor and whatnot. When you spin the motor by hand, it spins so freely, so beautifully, like you would wish that every Copal motor would spin. Like you can literally feel it's brand new. The light bulb on the inside, I left that original. You can see that it hasn't been used. There is no like they turn black over time and they lose a bit of their brightness. There's nothing of that. It is 100% brand new. As you can see, there is an original box there, which is a styrofoam box with a sort of a cardboard sleeve around it. So is it a box? Yeah. Is it like a traditional box? Not really. There's no manual or anything. It's just a clock and the box. It's in the US version, so 110 volts, 60 hertz. Obviously I opened it up, I cleaned it on the inside, I lubricated the motor, I cleaned the glass on the inside because there was some staining which for some reason happens over time, with a damp cloth and some really mild cleaning detergent. I cleaned the outside. Be careful with that because as I said, the wood grain is sort of a print on that, and yeah, I mean, if you use something that's too aggressive you might damage that print. That would be a shame, especially with a clock that is in as good as condition as this one. I don't think I've ever had one of these, the 602, in this condition. It's absolutely perfect, spotless. So I left the cable original, I left the plug original because it's in perfect nick. It's a very supple plug, is perfect. Yeah, so I mean that's what I did to it, and it's going to be for sale in my shop, flipclock.com, and if you're interested, go and have a look there. If you're seriously interested, don't wait too long, because you know, I highly doubt that I will find one of these very. So I mean, I'm not going to say it's not going to happen again, but It's unlikely that it will happen again very soon. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.